Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Okay, so I wanted to share my eclipse experience with you guys. I actually, after it was all done, we were all walking back and from looking at the eclipse, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to film any videos today. And then my neighbors were congregated at my neighbor across the street's house because she's out there putting seeds together, and we were talking about it, and she's like, you better go make your video about the eclipse. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to make a video about the eclipse, and then I'm going to vlog and take the rest of the day off. But I wanted to share with you guys what happened in Indianapolis. So Indianapolis was one of, I think, many states that was in the, what was it, the total eclipse of the heart, the totality, that you could see the totality of it or whatever. It's actually still going on right now. It's 3:44 p.m. in Indianapolis, and I do want to show you guys something that was really cool. I wanted to do this in a video before this happened, but somebody tagged me in this actually. If you Google Eclipse 2024, this is what happens. Here, I'm going to show you. Okay, so you Google Eclipse 2024, and this is what happens. It shows you an eclipse. Isn't that so cool? But anyway, so I have mini glasses right here in case you still need a pair of glasses. I bought like 40 glasses, and you literally, like, apparently people are like tagging me on Instagram, and they're like, thank you for the link of your glasses, because now you can't get them anywhere. Apparently you can't get them at the CVS or whatever, but we got sent them by realtors, we got sent them by roofing companies, and I bought like 40 of them online. Here, let me, what should my thumbnail be? Hold on a second. Let me have a picture of the eclipse with this as well before I tell my whole story of how it all went. Hold on just a second. So here's my really bad picture, but I have to go across the street and see if my neighbor can share with you her pictures, because her picture is actually much better than mine. So here's the deal. If you go and stand in my driveway or my street, it's like total view of the sun. And it was supposed to be cloudy today, and it's actually really, really sunny. There's like no clouds out whatsoever. It's perfectly sunny outside today. So I like rushed and took a shower. What I didn't know was that the partial eclipse started at like 1:59, and actually the totality, the total eclipse of the heart happened at like 3:01 or something like that. So in my neighborhood, they arranged for there to be like this gathering down by the pool where everybody could come down there and bring snacks and stuff like that, and then everybody could sit there and watch the eclipse. And I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to go down there or not. In fact, when I talked to my neighbors across the street, she's out there gardening, and she was like, no, we're just going to like step out in the street and look at it, and her husband had ran to go get refreshments. And so I was like, well, maybe I'll just watch it with them. And then my neighbor on the corner, she was texting me, and she was like, I'm going to the pool. Are you going to go to the pool? The pool's not open yet, but she was like, are you going to go to the pool and go watch it? It's not outside the pool by where there's all this grass. And I was like, I don't know. And so I rushed and I took a shower really quick and shaved and stuff, and I came out here with my glasses, and these neighbors, if you watch my vlog, I always call them my favorite neighbors. They always walk down the street, and he used to be the HOA president, and they're like, we're going down to the pool, are you gonna go down? I'm like, yeah, let me go inside. So I went inside, and I like grabbed all my stuff, my coffee and everything, and I walked down there. Really wasn't even planning on doing it or not, or wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not, and I hadn't really like planned on doing it. And so I walked down there, and there were probably, I don't know, like 30 people down there, and they all had their chairs and stuff. And so everybody was like, you didn't bring a chair, we have an extra chair. I was like, no, I'm just gonna sit on the grass. So I sat on the grass, perfect view of it, and kept on putting my glasses on and off. My neighbor in the corner, I sat behind her, and my other friend were the pool crew, and we were joking, and they were making jokes. They're both retired teachers, and they were asking all these questions. I said to him, I think this is why school was canceled today in Indianapolis, because obviously the teachers don't know anything. We were cracking up so much. My one friend from the pool, that's a retired teacher, she had a playlist of songs. She had like Bonnie Tyler. So as the eclipse was happening, she was playing Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart, and she was playing the Beatles, every song that had to do with the sun she was playing. She had a whole playlist which she made up, which was so cool. Last night I finished watching Night of the Comet. So if you guys don't know, I've started a new thing over here where every week we're watching a movie together. So that movie announcement will be made on Friday, but I watched Night of the Comet. So I was sitting on the ground, and next to me was this neighbor That's like, my neighborhood is mostly older people that have retired, and this is like their last home. And so she was sitting next to me, and so we started talking, and she walks around a lot in the neighborhood. She's very, very sweet. And I said, are you excited about it? And she was like, yeah, this is the only time in my lifetime that I'm going to get to see it. And she started laughing, and I go, well, don't say that. And she said, sweetie, I'm 91. I'm not going to make it to the next one. I said, well, none of us might. And so everybody started laughing and whatever, and we were talking to her. And so she was telling me, like, when she was born and all this kind of stuff and all the things that she had seen in her life. And so we were sitting there talking side by side, and she was like, you know, I witnessed this, and I witnessed this in my life, and I witnessed this, and she was like, this is really cool to see. And she had like 3 pairs of glasses. Everybody had brought her like really cool different glasses to look at and stuff like that. And she and her friend both moved in here together, and her friend had passed away a couple years ago, and so she was like talking about that she wished her friend had seen this and stuff like that. And so it was really special to sit next to her, because she was just like, the whole time she just was like looking up at I actually took my hat off because I just gotten out of the shower, and so she was like this the whole time. She was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. And it was so cool, like, in a way, to just appreciate it so much more. So I have to tell you, I didn't really know what to expect. I thought, so many people online were like, I'm not really excited about the eclipse, and I was kind of like childishly excited about the eclipse. I was like, I don't really know what to expect and all that kind of stuff, and I'll share more about it on my vlog. So I'm sitting there, and when it started to cover it, you could like see it. It was like, you know, the moon started covering the sun, and you could like see it, the edge of it. So it was like half and half. When I walked up to the pool, I stood in the street, and I looked up, and it was like half was covered. So by the time that I got, you know, down to the pool, which is, you know, literally like a 2-minute walk, like half the moon or half the sun was covered. And so we would just sit there, and we were talking, music was played, people brought treats. My neighbor brought sun chips up there. People brought some people brought Oreos that were like, you know, half and half, that looked like the moon and the sun and stuff like that. It was real fun. Everybody brought like different kinds of food and stuff and drinks. And so it was just real fun, and everybody was sitting around, and everybody had the glasses. I couldn't give these glasses away. Everybody had like 400 of these glasses. And so then, as it started happening, like the totality, it started getting really, really dark in Indianapolis. Actually, here, I took some pictures. Let me show you. So you're not supposed to take pictures. The pictures that I'm showing, like, of this is the totality of it. So you're not supposed to take pictures before that. But I took some pictures, and you can see, this is people sitting here. It's like getting really, really dark. Here, let me show you this before. So this is how sunny it was before, okay? And then after, this is like 5 minutes later, and it got really, really dark. And then you can see how dark it is there. And then there it is, the totality of the sun. And then this is how dark it was up at the pool. It got like 10 degrees colder. It was like breezy. The birds stopped chirping and everything. My husband is actually at a restaurant, and he like was FaceTiming me like afterwards, and it's like packed where he is. It's absolutely packed. And it was like perfect. Our neighborhood was the perfect place to see. I mean, you could, it's like, so anyway, it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I didn't really know what to think. I thought this is gonna be kind of cheesy. It's not gonna be that cool. It was so cool to see, and nobody like downplayed it or anything. Everybody around me was like, oh my god, it's so beautiful. It's amazing, isn't it? And actually, when I was talking to my neighbor across the street. What? I know the birds are singing again. I'm gonna come over there in just a second, and can you show your pictures? Yeah. Okay, she's gonna show the pictures. So anyway, she actually told me that her tulips, like when it got dark, they closed up like it does at night, and then they opened again. So, but this woman that was walking by her, I said, what did you think? And she said it was life-changing. It really was. And you know, one of my goals for 2024 is to really stay present in the present moment, and just, you know, really enjoy the present moment and things like that. And just to be sitting there with all my neighbors. I have, you know, because of my social anxiety, I know most of my neighbors, but it's still really hard for me to like go down there. And I was so happy I said to my one neighbors, because some of my one neighbors came along, they're like, come on. And so like I walked down there, you know, and she was like, I can't believe you actually came. And I was like, yeah. And it was so fun just sitting there and talking to everybody. And it was this moment in time that I'm really glad that I did something special for, and it was really, really cool. It was a lot cooler than I ever thought it would be, and just to like see the whole sky. It got completely dark in Indianapolis, and then it got completely light again, and yeah, it was really, really fun. So maybe on my vlog, I will go over and talk to her a little bit because her husband just came out there, so he's talking to her. So, but anyway, I just want to share with you guys what it was like to watch the eclipse. It was so much fun. I'm so glad that I participated in all the fun, and if you need a pair of glasses for the next one, which is in I think it's in 2044 or 2045. If you need another pair of glasses, I have some right here, so for the next one. But anyway, if I will say this, I don't know that I would drive 10 hours to see it. Maybe I would, I mean, if I didn't have anything else to do, but it was definitely really, really cool. And a lot of people I see that are just like, oh, it's really not that big of a deal. It really was kind of a big deal. It really was, to see like everything go dark and to look at it through your glasses. And honestly, like, you could only see it through your glass. I mean, because you weren't supposed to look at it and stuff like that. And to see it through your glasses, and I don't know if you can see, but these glasses are completely dark. You can't see through them at all. So to look through them, all you see is like the moon. You see like the sun and it being covered up. It's really, really cool. So I don't know. I was just really happy that I got to participate in that and see that, you know. And I was really happy that my neighbor, who is 91, got to see it too. And it was really special sitting next to her. She made it even more special. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.